Hello. Good evenings, people. Yo. What's going on, everybody? Macy, Yar's Child, Mussy, Azion, Roosebell, and Harvey. How is everyone doing? How y'all doing? Sound is clear. We like to hear that. That's good news. That is good news. My mic's about to fall down, but the sound is clear. Let's get that sorted. Let's get it sorted. There we go. All right. Yeah, that's better. So I hope everyone's very, very, very well. What is today's live stream about? You saw this is a really last minute post. And yeah, we've got an exciting announcement today. A really exciting announcement to make. So yeah, this is something that has been in the works for a little while now, and I am incredibly happy to be able to release to you guys. Any guesses what's going on here? You guys are probably getting really irritated, like, bro, stop waffling on, get on with it. What are you announcing? Like, what's really good? Okay, so the announcement that I have to make is the launching of the King's Monologue website. Or I should say, yeah, the King's Monologue website / educational resource area. I haven't created a book yet. The book is on the way, we say, Bell, but this is the first step. And this is something that has been on my heart for a long time. I didn't have the time or the resource to really get it done. But God has been good. The ancestors have been generous, and I've been able to basically get some really excellent people. One who's in the chat right now, Wesker, but some really excellent people alongside others who are like in my Discord and patrons, etc., who have just helped, and we've managed to get to phase 1 essentially of the website, and I'm really, 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 really pleased to announce that the website is now live. It's now live, everybody, and I don't know how long this live stream is gonna be, but I'm going to kind of take you through. Well, yeah, I want to leave you guys the opportunity to explore, but I'm going to just basically show you the nuts and bolts of the site. It's very basic at the moment, but the plan is, and the goal that we're working towards is that this will become one of the main educational resources for essentially for melanated people globally. The standard that we want to build this site up to over time will be that it can be used as an academic resource for educational institutions, schools in Black communities and African communities. We want the site to operate have some good domain authority. And one of the other goals was to make sure that my reconstructions start to pull into Google searches by being hosted centrally in a hopefully high page rank or high authority website. So there's loads of different goals here, and this is essentially the exciting announcement that we're live. This is phase one. It's very, very early, and I'm really, really, really excited. So I've got a few to-dos I have for everyone who's on the live today. I've got a few to-dos for everyone. Hello, everyone who's joining. I'm going to say hi to everyone. What's going on? Wildflower, Rami, Ramses the Third, Zehoven. I think I've said hello to everyone else. Yeah, so everyone that's joining, I do have a few to-dos that I need you to do. And I think over time, what's going to happen is that having this site, I'm hoping, is really going to enhance our ability to disseminate new information. It allows us to centralize a lot of the work that we're doing so we can point people to a single place. And it also allows us to start being a bit more, a bit more succinct and formal in our approaches. Because I do want to, we want to start branching out. We want to start having high impact and really making a difference and making changes. We want to be able to reach out to, schools and colleges and places like that. We want to do all of that. So let's start with our best foot forward. So what you're looking at the moment is the homepage of the site. And here is my to-do number one. Okay, so there's 90 people in this stream, 94. Actually, it's now approaching 100. So there's 94 people in this stream and creeping upwards. Here's my first to-do. I'm going to give you guys the URL. Okay, I'm going to give you the link to the site. So it's tkmedu.com. Okay, I've popped it in the chat. Is that a hyperlink? Is that appearing as a hyperlink? If it isn't, I'll have to copy it. One second. I'll make it a hyperlink, make it as easy as possible for you guys. There. Yeah, there you go. That's the hyperlink. Now, the other one wasn't. This one should be a hyperlink now. That will take you to the website. And what I want everyone who's on this live stream to do, other than hitting up the likes, which I'm hoping you're doing anyway, is subscribe. Now, subscribing to the site, nothing's going to happen at this stage. You just subscribe to your newsletter. But what's more important than that is I was speaking to Mr. Kennedy, who is one of the contributors to the site. And I was expressing to him the fact that obviously we have a lot of, I put a lot of faith in these networks that there's no reason I should have any faith in them. All of you guys know that YouTube could turn around any day and without any explanation shut down my operation. It happened to Africa Stream, so it can happen. I don't like to put that energy out there. I don't think it will happen. I don't believe it will happen for some reason. But that being aside, think, hope, belief, that aside, it would be horrendous for me to lose contact with you guys. So by subscribing, I want to basically make sure everybody who's subscribed to me, who's a consumer of the King's Monologue content, is subscribed directly on the site so I can always reach you regardless of what happens. Okay, so yeah, please do join the site, please do subscribe. Okay, and once you've done that, that's the only request I'm going to make of everyone today. If you're on this live stream, you must subscribe. Okay, that's a direct I'm pleading. That's a request. Okay, you must subscribe directly on the site. It's just simply giving your email address, and that will be amazing because I'll always be able to reach you guys in the future. That's an unbreakable bond we've now created with one another that YouTube can never take that away. So that's amazing if you can do that. Now, I'll take you through the site. I'm not going to take you through individual bits of content. I'm going to leave that to you. I just want to give a massive, massive shout out to one of the contributors who's done an amazing job over the past couple of weeks. His name's Wesker Willie in the chat. But Mr. Kennedy is a fantastic contributor. and he has helped to really break down and summarize a whole bunch of my content into articles. We've worked really tirelessly, I'm going to say, for the past month. Yeah, for the past month, maybe longer, to basically get a lot of my content in article format. So you're going to see when you get into the site, the content that I put out, we try to summarize it into articles to make it shareable, to make it readable, to make it consumable in a different format, to make it searchable. You guys know all of the massive amounts of benefits that will come with having our research available in different formats, not just available in video format. So this site is really just bringing together a whole bunch of what we've done. And I want to thank everybody right now who's shouting done or subscribed, because I know you've done it. I appreciate it very, very much. So now let me take you through the site. All right. So this is the King's Monologue. By the way, there's another URL that I haven't linked yet, but I've bought. That's tkm.org.uk. That will be linked up soon as well. But at the moment, it's tkmedu.com. All right. So this is the homepage. Okay, you can just kind of see there's a bit of an image there, a little bit of blurb from me. I'll let you read that in your own time. A little quote from me. I'll let you read that in your own time. And then really, this is the crux of the site. You get to the content, which is kind of like basically loads of articles. And the articles come in various formats, which I'll take you through. Most of you have done that subscribe thing already, so thank you very much. So really, there's kind of, at the moment, these three major sections in terms of content to consume on the site. You have articles. Okay, if you click in here, these are basically really quite strong bits of research that I've done over time in video format or in written format. We've written them up, hopefully, so they're really digestible, really well presented content as well. So really, so even if you've maybe perhaps watched the video, I would encourage you to read the article, because you're going to get something new regardless of if you've seen me talk about this subject or not. All of them have required additional research that's taken place. It's all been quite clearly and well referenced, but we all are also still taking the time to, what do you mean they shut everything down? Don't scare me, Zehoven. Why would you say something like that? Let me refresh. It's scaring the crap out of me. I hope you didn't read that. No, we're good. You're just making me. Okay, no, you're saying they shut everything down. Okay, I read that incorrectly. You made me nearly have a heart attack there. I was like, what? Already? A DDoS attack? I've already had the site open for 15 minutes. All right, cool. No, thank you. All right, cool. So oh man, there you go. That's good reading for me. Anyway, where was I? So yeah, so the content, like I said, you'll get a lot more from the content. It's been well referenced. Most of it has been rewritten. So some of the subjects you'll definitely recognize as topics that I've covered. But we've tried to tackle them and rewrite them from an academic perspective. The first article here, for instance, worthy. Oh my God, that's embarrassing. A spelling error right at the start. Don't worry, I'll fix that. It's supposed to say worthy Egyptians. It's the only one, I promise. It's the only one. Yeah, I'll fix that in the background whilst I'm doing that. So if you click into this article and read through, this is a really excellent article. And I'm not saying that because obviously we've written it. By the way, Mr. Kennedy wrote a lot of this, but obviously from content that I've created. But regardless of that, it is an excellent article. You have to go into it. There's images, there's examples, there's citations. There's everything that you need to, everything that I'd expressed when I did the live stream on this subject have been expressed clearly, with some really good additional interactive features like these lovely slidey images. Okay, beautiful slidey images here. I'm telling you, and the occasional, you make sure you subscribe thing pop up, which is cool. But I'm telling you to take some time to go through these articles, because they will, I promise you, add value. And the most powerful thing that you can do to help this site grow is obviously to share it. Please share it with people, loved ones, people who just need education, maybe people who are in education. Please share these articles. Let's get this word out. Let's increase our our authority in this space. Let's increase our domain authority, and let's hopefully allow this site to become a really strong reference point. Okay, really strong reference point. So that's what I implore you guys to do. Enjoy this content. It's there for you. But also share as much as you can in terms of what's on this site. Let's get the word and let's get the message out. And you get obviously links to related articles on the site. So that's just an article that you saw there. In fact, and from here, I'm just going to click in Viper stream. What do you mean when you say why so early? You're talking about the live stream. I don't normally start at 8 o'clock, do I? I kind of just wanted to show you all and get it out there. I didn't want this to go on for too long. So yeah. So like I said, there's some related articles below. So I'm just going to click on one of these. The orange ones, they're color coded as well, by the way. The orange ones are reconstructions. So you guys obviously have seen, I did a reconstruction video the other day. This is a nice summary of my reconstruction process. This is another one that you'll get really good information from. If you go through my reconstructions, it takes you through a very systematic process in terms of how the reconstructions are approached. Okay, so you can see the selection of source material. Once again, a lot of time was taken in terms of deciding on this format. Once again, like I said, my kind of co-contributor, Miss Kennedy, did an amazing job here. We kind of went back and forth a bit about what the best way to lay this out was, and we're really happy with the final layout in terms of the way we approach. So you get the source materials. We talk about different things depending on what's being spoke about. So we talk about the fact that there's been tampering with Menkaure statues, some tampering more notable than others. This one, for instance, is disgusting, where they've really just basically worn his nose down and made it quite pointy. But if you look at the original image, if I'm just going to zoom in that, if you look at the original image and look at the original nose, it's much more of a rounder kind of African looking nose. So they've gotten rid of all that shape and they've done all their varnishing. You can even see it just looks shiny in comparison to the rest of the statue. So we take you through all of that before then taking you through the actual reconstruction process. So this is Menkaure, one of my favorite reconstructions that I've done. So I'm not going to go through that right now because I'll save that for reconstruction videos, but I want you guys to have the opportunity to once again check that out when you're on the website. Okay. And then the final kind of like content that you'll find on the site is the papers. So these are actual kind of full length, well, at least certainly these two ones in white are kind of full length academic papers. This one over here is just more of like an extended article. So this is a write-up of my essentially my was Tutankhamun Black research that I did. This is a write-up. It's relatively extensive, but these two are actual kind of academic paper standards. So most of you know the paper I've done on Amenhotep III reconstruction by Cesare Moraes, where I was kind of refuting that. This is a very, very comprehensive and very useful article. Once again, I encourage you, if you haven't taken the time to read this article, I think most of you have, but if you haven't, it will take you a long time because I think it's somewhere between 15 and 20,000 words. It's a very long article, but if you have got the time to sit down and consume it, you will get a lot from this. And I've had feedback from, I will now say, multiple professors and PhDs about this particular piece of research that I've done, and it's all been very positive. They've said it's an excellent write-up. So I can proudly encourage you guys to consume this. It goes a long way. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? So you guys know I'm not waffling. I'm going to post some of the feedback, some of the commendations that I've had from PhDs on this paper, because I could post like 3 or 4, and I think I'm going to maybe at the end of the paper just post the feedback that I've got from this paper. as a kind of proof that it's been reviewed by people who are knowledgeable in the field and they rate it rather highly. So yeah, so please do read these longer articles if you get an opportunity to. These, like I said, are more kind of academic based papers. Not for everyone, but I think certainly worth you having a look through. So those are like the major areas at the moment. By the way, there's going to be more coming. We're already working on a opinion feed where we're going to have more opinion pieces. Oh, of course, tkmedu.com. Let's just every now and then, guys, just remind me to just paste the actually, let me just pin it. What am I doing? I'm going to pin that to the top. So that's where everyone is. If you're just joining, by the way, because I think about 60 more people have joined since, well, at least there's 60 more people in the stream that have joined since I asked the last petition. We've just launched the website tkmedu.com, and I want everybody who's on this live stream and who's a member of, who's a subscriber to my channel, to subscribe to the site. It would just mean that we have a direct database of people, basically, and we could keep an eye on that and we could keep that growing. So please subscribe to the site. I'll find a way. I'll probably start doing regular newsletters as well, just to the site subscribers. So please subscribe to the site. Yeah. So those are the three major areas. Now there is a donate area, and I am going to, on this occasion, do something that I don't normally do, and that is make a little bit of a petition and a plea, because the website is not free, and I would also add the website is not cheap. Okay. When you add up the hosted fees, and it's a bit of an expense. I've also now kind of taken a step in faith to start basically building a bit of a team that comes with its own expenses. So I would ask you, if it adds value to you and you can see the worth in the work that we're doing on the site, and like I said, there's going to be regular uploads, regular updates of new articles, new papers, new reconstructions on the site. If you can see the value in that and why our community needs that, I would encourage you very, very strongly to make a donation. And there's 3 different ways you can do it: by PayPal, Patreon, or direct donate on the site. Any 3 of them I'm going to welcome with open arms. Any little contribution you can make, even if it's just like £1 or 2, it's all going to be very, 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 very much welcomed. And it will just allow us to continue to grow the team, grow the site, grow the content. So that's there. Another thing that you can do, which is maybe not so much a direct donation, but it helps still. So it's like a donation, but you just get something back. It's the shop. All right. And you can access all of the merchandise and clothing from the website, as well as the artwork. So you can now buy prints that you can hang on your wall, this, that, and the other, but you can also buy clothing. So these are just means that you can not only have something nice to take away, but also support what we're doing here at the King's Monologue. So this is just something, once again, I'll just encourage you to do. I'm not going to bang on or press on about that too much, but if you had the means to, I will greatly appreciate it. And it'll just mean that we can just keep the lights on this site for as long as possible, which I'm hoping is in perpetuity from here on in. I hope this website becomes a fixture and becomes a staple in terms of its usefulness for our communities globally. This really is that's why I chose the .com as the primary domain. I want this to be global. Absolutely. Big shout out to Roman. He said, seriously, thank you for this website and all the work you do for African history and identity. Thank you for those kind words, and thank you for your $5 donation. This is my calling, and this from here on in, God willing, is my life. So we'll continue to do what we do. I promise you one thing, and I think many of you will concur with this, is that I have absolutely zero hope of covering African history in my lifetime. It's so vast. in doing the most I can do, I'm gonna scratch at a couple percent if I'm lucky of Black history, I should say, not even just African history, but Black history in general. I'm gonna scratch a couple percent in my lifetime. There's just too much of it. So I'm one of many pegs and cogs of people who are dedicating their life to this. I'm obviously, eternally grateful for all of the researchers out there. I have probably probably over 300 books now, 300 to 400 books I own now. And a lot of them have been written by, by people who just decided they were going to start putting our history to paper. So this is my small contribution. I still have other things that I want to do, but yeah, amazing. Thank you very much for that donation, Roman. I appreciate you. So that really, obviously, and then just at the top you'll just see links to the various social media networks if there's any that you're not a member of. So you've got links to Instagram, Discord, YouTube, Patreon, TikTok. I didn't know what that logo was, and a direct email as well. So if you ever need to get in contact with me, or if you're not joined to one of my social networks that you're interested in joining, that's where you can access the links now at the top of the site on the menu. And that is kind of it in a nutshell. Okay. Yeah, but we're going to be working on it. By the way, guys, to make very clear, this absolutely is phase one. Okay. This site is in it's in a very early iteration. You're probably going to stumble across the odd spelling error or two. I kid you not. And some of you might even find pages that you shouldn't, you're not supposed to find. Might find some backdoor access to some published pages that aren't supposed to be linked to. Be patient with me. It is early doors, but I just wanted to get it live. We've been working behind the scenes for so long, and I think my fantastic but small team are probably sick of working behind the scenes. So I think we know, myself and Mr. Kennedy behind the scenes were talking about this extensively, and I think we both kind of like, let's just get the site live, let's get it out to the community, let's get people on there, subscribed, seeing what's going on, and we'll just build up from there. So massive thank you to you guys. Big shout out to Pepperin7, says great move, love it, keep pushing forward. I absolutely will. And obviously, just to add to the fact that you guys are the motivation for me to continue to grow and do what I'm doing. Such a fantastic community, and I really appreciate that. So thank you very much. And Tracy, thank you very much for your very generous $50 donation. So King, I'm so proud of you. Tracy has been a subscriber and a supporter since probably I was under maybe 100 or 200 subscribers. So you know how much that support and that pride is reciprocated. I appreciate you very much. Look at the channel growing and look at what we're doing. So yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much for that wonderful donation. And thank you for supporting me from the very start. I do not forget stuff like that. So yeah, I'm sure when I fly to the States in the near future, I'm hoping that we can grab a coffee together. That would be amazing. But yeah, thank you very much. JL said you finally did it. Thank you, my brother. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. By the way, Jay is a fellow content creator / reposter. I hope you won't mind me saying that. But hey, look, you get it out there. And I think you know that people like myself and other fantastic creators don't we support you basically reposting our content, because this is all about educating people about our history. That's the most important thing. So yeah, fantastic. Thank you very much. Nerd Large, thank you for saying you'll cop some stuff from the store. I appreciate that very much. Let me throw something out there, guys. In my opinion, Value for money. If I'm gonna be honest with you, obviously we all like merch. I wear my own merch quite a lot, because yeah, I like wearing that stuff. But the prints, I mean, those are lifetime. They really are. The prints are. If you, I would very much, if you're a person who likes your space. I know I've only got like 4 designs. If none of those designs at the moment tickle your fancy, don't buy anything. Wait, because I'm going to be adding quite vehemently to that collection of art that's available at the moment. So if none of the art at the moment tickles your fancy, don't go for it. But if it does, do, because those prints, they'll last you a lifetime. It's a really good print supplier that I've partnered up with. So the prints that you get, I'd advise not to get the posters. I mean, you can get the posters. I made them available for kind of like cheap option, but I'd advise you to get something that's framed. So maybe one of the framed options. They're not that much more expensive than the posters, and they will last a lifetime. They'll last. You have them forever if you want to decorate your space. I think it's an amazing way to do it, and they are. If you go for one of like the fine art options, they are really, really, really top quality. So, yeah, that's just my kind of like recommendation. If you want to cop something, I think a piece of art that's going to last a lifetime is a worthwhile investment, personally. Um, we did. That's actually quite funny. We didn't owe anyone good English. I'm guessing that's in relation to the where the where the ancient Egyptians redskin. I'm gonna fix that. Wesker, if you're online, please just fix that, please. I'll beg you. It's not a good look. Yeah, completely missed that. Um, there's a good researcher called Dr. Dana Reynolds Manish, who covers interesting areas of Afro-Asiatic history, connections to the Bible. I have a recorded interview with Dr. Dana Reynolds Manish on the Moors that I haven't released yet. I have it. It's kind of semi-edited, and it's been in my to-do list to release that, because I got a series of videos about the Moors that I wanted to release. But yes, I agree with you. Dana Manish Reynolds is really excellent. Her research is amazing, and actually she's one of the people who gave me commendations on my paper. So yeah, she's brilliant, and yes, I'm aware of her, and I agree with you. Yeah, very interesting. Tracy, we definitely will grab coffee. So there you go. Cool. Wow, this is weird. Why is it so quiet in the? Is it quiet? Yeah, it's relatively quiet in the chat. This is a rare lull in comments that I rarely see. So I'm guessing that you guys are all on the site. I'm guessing that must be what's happening. I'm not sure how long I'm going to keep the live stream opening. Is anyone interested in? In fact, let me do that really quickly. Click on the site. Make sure you got the URL, because I'm going to post the link to the live stream now. Let's see if anyone wants to jump on and say a few words and have a quick chat before. Yeah, let's do that. So I've put the link to the live stream in there if anyone wants to have a little chat. I'm having trouble clicking on the prints. Okay, that's interesting. Let me see if I can resolve that for you. Give it a couple more tries. I can't troubleshoot now. If you don't have any luck, Rusabel, with the prints, drop me an email. Okay, just click on the little email on the top right corner of the site, and I'll see if I can resolve that for you. Show off some prints. Okay, yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do that. So like I said, there's only 4 designs at the moment. So if I go to shop and click on art, I hope I don't get problems clicking on it. Oh, there you go. Have I not clicked that? Well, there you go. That would explain it. The link's not working. See, that's okay. So there you go. The link is not working. So I can resolve that. I'm hoping right away. Fingers crossed. God willing. Let's see if I can resolve that right away. Let's try that again. Okay. Bear with me, guys. So who would have thought that something as simple as that? I'm glad you asked me to try the prints out, because I would never have picked up on that. So let's resolve that now, I hope. Bear with me, guys. Be just a second while I sort that hyperlink out. There we go. And see why this button is not linking. I think the most likely reason is because I forgot to put the hyperlink in. That's normally the case with me. So let's sort that out. Let's click on this. And yep, no hyperlink in the buttons. There we go. So let's sort that. I wonder if there's one in the clothing. Yeah, there's no hyperlink in either of them. So I wonder what happened there, because there was. I know there was for sure. Whatever, it's not working now is the main thing. So let's get that resolved. Sorry guys, just bear with me. See, this is good. It's good that we do this live and get this sorted, because this would have been a real pain. Okay, there. All right, those two sorted. That one's done, and that one's done. Okay, save. Yeah, cool. Save. All right, so I'm going to refresh this page, and those hyperlinks should work now. Okay, let me have F11. Escape. There we go. All right, so let's refresh this page. And fingers crossed. There we go. Okay, so there. It works now. All right, so yeah, forgive me for that, guys. Thank you very much. All right, so this is the art store, and like I said, I think there's only like four or five pieces at the moment. I think they're all really good. This one's kind of like a collage of Akhenaten reconstructions. Okay. Then over here we've got a reconstruction of Nama, which I'm sure you guys have. Well, I haven't shared this one massively, but I think most of you have seen this one. It's a pretty cool reconstruction of Nama. Has the bust next to him. It's got the full length along with the Nama palette. I did really try my best to make them into actual pieces of art. So what I haven't done is just kind of like shoved you my reconstruction and just get out. There it is. I've tried to make each one into an individual piece of art that looks quite good hanging on the wall. That really has been the motivation here. So if I click in here to the busts of Akhenaten here, let's zoom in there so you can see that there. So I think that's quite a nice kind of like, what's the word? Kind of craniometric / anthropological piece there. I just think I only did that because I thought it's something that I would hang up on my wall. So I thought I'd hang it up on my wall. So that works quite well. There's also this one of Akhenaten, which once again, this is a full length piece of art here. He holds the crook and the flail. You can see a couple of genuine Kemetic art pieces next to him. Okay. Really like that one. And then there's a couple more. There's my reconstruction of Hatshepsut. Okay. So you can see it there along with the busts, the kind of matching busts of Hatshepsut. So that one's really, well, I like that one. So that's the only queen I've got at the moment. And then finally, I've actually got two of Tutankhamun. You can get a long one or you can get a square one. So I'm going to show you. The long one is basically the same as the square one, but it has the golden throne underneath it. So you can see the reference work as it sits next to it. Now, I think this version is quite nice if you're going to hang it in a public place. Kind of avoid people having to ask you the question of, oh, who's that? Instead of them having to ask you who that is, they can see who that is. You also see that his name on it is Tutankhamun En-Ra, Aten-Ra, which is what his name was when this golden throne was made. So that was from the cartouche that's actually on the golden throne. So this is obviously prior to him being called Tutankhamun. So this is what his name is on here. So this is actually, and this is, I'm going to be real with you, this is one of my favorite reconstructions that I've done in terms of a full length one. So there's that one with the golden throne, and then there's the one that is just by itself without the golden throne. So it's just him and, let me zoom in there. There you go. It's just him and the well, that's the outer coffin golden mask next to there. So yeah. So there you go. That's the the work or the reconstructions that you can buy from the art store. And then I think the merch store you guys are all going to be relatively familiar with. Let me just go back. The merch store you guys will all be familiar with. So this is where you can buy clothing. I'm sure most of you have been here because it's linked at the bottom of the YouTube channel. So I don't feel the need to go through this too much, but you can buy like hoodies and t-shirts and stuff like this that I've designed. I haven't updated designs for about a year, if I'm going to be totally honest. So I do need to put some new designs up there. I think I've got some good ideas for some new designs. I've got this hoodie in grey. I love this hoodie, I'm not gonna lie. This Queen T hoodie, I know it's an old Queen T design, but I really love it. And I've also, you probably see me on streams, I've worn the Nefertiti, this t-shirt. Have you guys seen me wearing this Nefertiti, this black one? I've worn that on a couple of videos. So that's another one of my favorites. But yeah, those are the t-shirts and the merch you can buy. Quick shout out to Dragar. Says, we're listening, I'm at work. Cool. Glad to have you here. Okay, Volta said Hatshepsut was not a queen, she was a king. That's fair. Hatshepsut absolutely was or did rule as a king. That's fair. So that's me being sexist there. Yeah, that's cool. Mohammed, I'm not gonna bite. Not today. I can't be bothered with you, honestly. I'll tell you what. Why don't you watch my latest hair video and tell me how that works? Tell me how that functions. Watch my latest video, my latest short. How many people? Put one in the chat if you've seen my latest short about the various ancient Egyptian hairstyles, the 6 codified hairstyles in ancient Egypt. Put one in the chat if you've seen that. Put one in the chat. One in the chat if you've seen my video. Jeffrey's seen it. Mickey's seen it. Nerd's seen it. Nerd Large. Pepperwin's seen it. Wesker's seen it. Blues 22's seen it. Renaissance Woman, Ifeoma. Tyrannosaurus. Turtle Islands. Khalid, Goo, Hervé. Wildflower. Khalid, Kilimanjaro. Meltip, KB, the Apollo. Okay, so loads of you guys have seen it. Ice-T, one, blah, blah, blah. Quite a few of you have seen it, which is great. It's worth watching. It's 3 minutes long, so it's a short, but it's a nice extended short. And then what I want to do is just encourage Mohammed over here. Mohammed, my friend, watch that video and tell me, you come back and tell me what's happened to the cultural continuity between the Middle East and ancient Kemet. Tell me why it doesn't exist, and tell me why that it does exist in Africa. If you can tell me that, that's cool. If you can come back and be like, oh no, we use all of those hairstyles, you are very welcome to do that. Other than that, this is a moot point. Thank you. Let's move on. And yes, I know I could get in, I could literally just completely destroy that argument on a kind of like logic level and explain to you how uniparental markers work and explain to you about the coverage of R1b in Western Central Africa and K throughout Africa alone. But I'm not going to do that because you're not even worth the energy. Just watch my latest video and enjoy it, my friend. Watch it. It's cool. All right. Kilimanjaro says, link me if he needs the designs done. Well, there could be a potential. There could be a potential meeting point there. Yeah, there could be a. Drop me an email if that's okay, Kilimanjaro. If you're okay and you're happy to do that. Because yeah, like I said, with the t-shirt designs, maybe this is something. Collaboration is an amazing thing. Okay, yeah, collaboration is absolutely an amazing thing. I've only been able to get this site live because of people who've been willing to collaborate and join and make themselves a part of what we're doing in terms of disseminating this information and getting it out there. And obviously the generosity and the fantastic nature of this community of people who are constantly giving towards all of the endeavors of this channel. But I'm the point of me saying all that is I'm very, very open. Those of you who know me will know that I'm very open to collaboration. As long as what you're proposing makes sense, I will try and make it happen. But hey, we need more, not less of us doing these things. Okay, we need more, not less of us creating content. We need more, not less of us disseminating the information. We need more, not less of us providing research, doing research. Yeah, so it's all good. Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, I'll check out your brand Kilimanjaro. Like I said, drop me an email. We can definitely back and forth. Send me your links at the very least. So if you just like email me your links, I'll definitely check them out. Or message them me on one of the social platforms. I don't mind that. Yeah. You guys stop making me laugh. All right. I don't think my man knew where he was stepping into when he made that comment. This is not the place. This is not the place to come with low hanging fruit attacks like that. It won't work. Yeah. Okay. And I'm not paying mind to the trolls. I was literally just giving myself a bit of entertainment because I actually run out of things to do. I think we're good. So site is live, everybody. I know this is a short live stream, but I don't want to keep you up on here. No one's requested to join. I put a link in. Did I put the link in? I think I did. I put a link into the chat. No one's requested to join. I think everyone's pretty cool. So the site is there. Okay. The site is there. The content is there. Please divulge, consume, share, and circulate it as much as possible. I'm also working at the moment. I'll probably put that link up as well on building the Pinterest. That was a really big deal for me as well. I wanted to make sure the reconstructions and the visual work that I do has a home. So this site has given us the opportunity to do that as well. I'm just really excited in general about what the doors that this site opens up to me personally, but also to us as a community. And I'm going to be really, really open, by the way. Thank you, Nikki A, for your congratulations. I'm going to be really, really open, by the way, to recommendations, ideas. If anyone's got kind of, just message me on one of the messaging platforms or message me directly, email me, whatever. Message me and let me know, hey, I think you should do X, Y, or have you considered X, Y, Z? I'll consider most things if I'm going to be totally honest with you, So it's all good, all good, all good, all good. All right. Yeah, I think that's it. I think we're going to wrap up there. Thank you, you guys, for doing your usual fantastic job in managing the chat. Excellent. So I'm just reading through some of the comments. Yeah, I think we're good. I think we're good. Smash the like button. Let me know that you liked it. Let me know what you think of the site. Get in contact. If you're financially able to, make a donation. Help us keep the lights on and burning brighter and keep that community and site growing. And other than that, I think thank you very much, you guys. Have a absolutely wonderful, wonderful, wonderful evening all. Enjoy the site. Give me some honest feedback. Give a shout out to Wesker in the chat, who's one of the contributors. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Thank you, everybody. Peace.